again.
My hair just never cooperates. I feel like this hair could do that Rita Hayworth flip, you know that one?
Me?
Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to film a get to know me video, and I know usually get to know me videos are the first video that people post on YouTube, but I guess, I just like to do things a little bit differently. Anyway, I found a few questions on Google, and some of these questions I have been asked in real life. So I figured today is a great day to answer those questions, and maybe you guys will get to know me a little bit better. Yes, so let's get to it. I do really like the 1950s. I love the way they dressed back then. I'm super obsessed with, full circle or gathered skirts, and how they would add a really puffy petticoat underneath to really give that full silhouette, and that's really pretty to me. But I also like how there was, that bombshell look that Marilyn Monroe or Jane Mansfield used to have. And yeah, I think I am most inspired by the 1950s, fashion-wise at least. I do really like the music as well, and I just love the 50s. Well, it's kind of like something that was started out as a joke and then just became really serious really quickly. I actually got that nickname when I was in school, and we had this it was like a Facebook page that people would write in, and it's just all anonymous, and whoever was in charge of that Facebook page would post it online, but obviously anonymously. And there was this one time I was away from school for about, I think, 3 days. I was unwell. So I come back a few days later, and my friend shows me the page, and he goes like, hey, someone posted something about you. And I mean, I know it might be hard to believe, but I was the only one in the entire school who dressed like this. So it was quite obvious that it was me. And someone had written in saying, hey, where did that 50s girl go? And then initially it was kind of like a joke, they're like, hey, you're that 50s girl, blah blah blah. But it was just a joke among friends, and then it just kind of stuck. I don't always dress vintage. Well, especially not recently. I only dress vintage if I have a party or an event to go to, but 99% of the time I think it's safe to say that I dress really casually. I think I was 17 when I first started, but I think it was the time when Katy Perry she had that cute little pin-up-y look, and I remember being so obsessed with that, like Betty Bangs and high-waisted cutesy shorts and stuff. And then I slowly added high-waisted shorts into my wardrobe, stripes, polka dots as well. And then I realized that I started dressing really vintage inspired, and then I moved on to like real vintage. And I mean, real vintage is expensive, but I managed to find a few true vintage pieces that did not burn a hole in my pocket, thank goodness. That's also around the time when I started to learn how to sew. I just felt like it was easier to sew pieces of clothing using patterns from the 50s. So you get like a vintage looking piece. It's not actual vintage, of course, but I figured that was the closest thing. I don't think I have a favorite song. It's really hard to decide. I do really like jazz, but I also really like doo-wop, so it's a bit hard to decide which song I like best. But if I really had to choose, it would probably
One eternity later.
If I really had to choose, I think my favorite song would be Since I Don't Have You by the Skyliners. Okay, I like Fred Astaire a lot. I think he's my favorite actor slash dancer. Sorry, Jean, you're cute and all, but no, Fred Astaire is the best to me. Which is why Easter Parade is my favorite movie. I really like Rita Hayworth and even Audrey Hepburn. I feel like the both of them, like their sense of style is what I am most inspired by. But I also really like Elizabeth Taylor's casual style. Like there's this picture, I'm gonna put it up here, and I just think that is the cutest outfit. I love it so much. I recently started getting into gingham, so yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll sew a top that's something like that. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you got to know me a little bit better. And you know, if you guys have anything you want to ask or say, you can leave in the comments below. Until the next one, bye.